What is up, everyone? So welcome to the Skinny Fat Too Jacked Starter Pack. And this is for you if you feel like you have love handles, you got belly fat, that lower belly fat, a bunch of face fat, and you feel like you're a little on the fatter side, but at the same time, you don't have a lot of muscle, right? Your arms aren't really filling out your shirts, and you've got a flabby chest, but you are kind of in between, not fat, but you're not skinny. You're kind of in the middle. You don't really look athletic, but you want to get that athletic build. This is the guide for you. And if you apply everything I teach you in this guide, I promise you, you are going to start loving the way that you look, especially in your work shirts, in shirtless, naked, whatever it may be. This is the guide for you. So the reason that you're still skinny fat is because you don't have enough muscle, but you're carrying stubborn body fat, especially around the belly and the chest. You can look at this photo right here. This is me before. And this, by the way, is a 6-month difference or less. So look, I was skinny fat. I had a bunch of lower belly fat. I had chest fat, the man boobs. I hate how I looked. I thought I had gyno, but then I lost a bunch of weight and kept all my muscle. And now I look like this, right? I've got, good looking delts, a more defined chest, more defined arms, and then abs coming in as well. So big difference after losing some weight and also packing on some muscle, right? I didn't look lean. I didn't look muscular here, and I was so frustrating. But here's how to actually fix it. So there are 3 main mistakes that's keeping you skinny fat. The first one is eating like a random gym bro, okay? Where you either bulk too aggressively and just get obese, just get fatter, or you eat too little and stay weak, right? You cannot just eat either too much or too little. You need to eat the exact right amount, right? Coming from someone who was skinny fat and got out of it, it's very important to eat a very specific amount. So protein wise, 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 180 pounds, at least around 180 grams of protein or more, right? You can eat more because there's no downside and you're going to feel more full. But at least like shoot for around 1 gram protein per pound of goal body weight. Get that through sources like chicken, lean meats, like lean beef, even if you like pork or lamb, eggs, egg whites, Greek yogurt, protein powder, those are going to be your main protein sources, and those should make up about 80% of your diet, right? If you feel like you are more skinny than fat on the skinny fat scale, then what I want you to do is actually eat in a small surplus. So tdeecalculator.net, or actually let's simply go to this, right? If you want to build muscle, take your body weight and multiply it by 15 to 16. That's how many calories you should eat every single day. And if you want to lose fat, 13, get your body weight times 12 to 13, right? So right now I'm weighing around 169 and I literally applied the same thing. I want to lose weight. I want to lose fat and build muscle at this, and like I want to lose fat and keep my muscle on. So I took 169 times 12. That brought me to around 2,000 calories, which I'm eating right now. And even on a couple of days of this, it is working. It's working very well. And I promise it's going to work for you as well. So bulking, if you want to add some muscle, if you feel like you're more fat than skinny, then you need to lose fat, then 12 to 13. If you feel like you're more skinny than fat, 15 times 16. And then 80% of your diet should be clean, 1 ingredient foods. Potatoes, 1 ingredient. Rice, 1 ingredient. Meat, 1 ingredient. Ice cream, not 1 ingredient, right? So ice cream would be in the other 20%, where you can still have it so you don't like binge and fall off track, but 20% of your diet doesn't have to be clean. First 80% should be, because that's what's actually going to fill you up and give you the micronutrients so that you don't feel like crap eating less or even eating more in that circumstance. The second mistake is that you're doing the wrong workouts, right? You're either doing a bunch of super high rep, low weight. You might think, okay, I'm here to tone the muscle, doing 5 sets of 20, but that's not toning the muscle. You're literally going to be exhausted, like endurance wise. You're training more for endurance than you are training for muscle at that point, right? You're doing a random influencer workout, right? Where you see someone maybe they're doing like a hex press where they have like the dumbbell and they're pressing it like this, at an incline on their chest. Like that's not it. And there are a lot of better exercises than that. And maybe you're doing too much cardio. Like you're trying to do an hour a day, 2 hours a day or more, like doing the craziest amounts of cardio every single day, which is honestly just helping you leading to you burn muscle compared to burning fat. So the fix is start focusing on the compound lifts: bench, squat, deadlift, pull-ups, overhead press. All right. Say if you work out, say 4 days a week, that'd be bench and overhead press on one day, squat one day, deadlift and pull-ups the other day. Right. That's literally that's a nice way to break it up. Instead of training a bunch, like 6 days, 7 days a week, go down to 3 to 4 days a week. That's going to help you be more sustainable, and you can push harder in those sets. And then there we go. You're going to be able to recover in between those as well. So compounds, 3 to 4 days a week, progressive overload. This is a big one. All right. If you are trying to build muscle, you need to be doing progressive overload. You see these people in the gym that they literally do the same workouts and same weights for years straight, and they always look the same. It's because they're not getting stronger. If you want to get stronger and look stronger and actually pack on muscle, you need to force your body to be doing more weight and more reps and more sets, more overload over time. So for example, say week 1, you do bench press 3 sets of 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps. The next week, you either want to do the same rep ranges, 10, 10, 10, and add weight, or you could get more reps. So 3 sets of 12 reps, 12 reps, 12 reps. See, either every single week the weight is going up or the reps are going up. All right. You're always pushing more in some way compared to that last week. Without doing that, you're not going to make progress. And here are the best rep ranges. All right. If your focus is strength, right? Nothing wrong with training strength. I think it's good to cycle like rep ranges, that is. 3 to 6 reps is more focused on strength. 6 to 12 is more focused on muscle group. And then I like 12 to 15 reps for accessories, just because I just feel it quite a bit better. For example, for rear delts, which is a very small muscle group, doing maybe 6 reps, heavy reps, I don't really feel it. I feel it much better when I'm doing like 10 to 12, even more reps. So that is what I would suggest, right? The compound movements, I like to shoot around 6 reps. For example, bench press, squat, deadlift, pull-ups, overhead press, 6 reps, right? And then accessories like 6 plus reps, maybe 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 reps is where I feel the best. The third mistake is that you are not consistent. Like, you just hop from program to program every week, change your diets, looking for the always I guess in finance, it's the get rich quick scheme. In fitness, it's like lose fat fast scheme. Okay. Fast weight loss scheme. Yes, you can lose weight like fast, but only if it's done correctly, right? If you think, okay, I just must not have the perfect program right now, so I need to hop on this. I need to do this new program. I need to do this new Jeff Nippert bodyweight program. I need to do this new diet. I need to try keto. If you keep swapping every single time because it doesn't work after 1 week, like, you're never going to make progress. That's what it is. It's not the program. It's not the diet. Any diet's going to work because any diet puts you in a calorie deficit. But if you're not able to stay consistent and you just hop from program to program, always changing it up, that's probably the biggest thing, because you can't be patient. How are you supposed to lose fat, it's a long process if you can't be patient, right? What you need to do instead is stick to a structured plan for at least 12 weeks before changing anything. 12 weeks, 3 months, that's a long time. Yeah, it is a long time. That's the reality of losing weight. It does take time, okay? Because sustainable weight loss is the only form of weight loss without gaining it back. You could lose 10 pounds in a week. You're going to gain it all back because you didn't do it in a sustainable method, right? I want you to track your lifts and body weight every single week, right? So literally track all your sets and your reps in a notes app. I think I'm actually, but I'm also giving you a weight rep set progressive overload tracker in this guide as well. I also link this whole presentation so that you can get access to it for free in the YouTube, just in the bio. So that's where you can find it right now. And yeah, track your lifts, weigh yourself every single day, shirtless, clothesless, maybe underwear is chill. And then just look, and like before eating or drinking anything, after using the washroom, that's going to be your true weight. Only weigh yourself once a day. Even weigh yourself every other day if you don't want to do it every single day. That's fine, right? That's fine. And then, yeah, it does take time, but it's well worth it. And if you're not getting stronger, you're not building muscle. Track your lifts. So this should be your habit checklist, and you can download it as well in the guide. So how to get this is you would click the link in the description, which brings you to this presentation. It's going to take you to the actual website. And then you're going to click this, and then you're going to get the habit checklist, which shows you like training, nutrition, and lifestyle. I guess we'll quickly go to it just to show you what it looks like. So this is just something that you can download right now. It's free. Imagine if you do all of these every single day, you are going to see absolutely insane results. Like, it is that simple. So please download this, put it somewhere where you can see it, and check it off every single day. Genuinely, having checklists like that made a big difference. But yeah, 3 to 4 times a week, sticking to the plan, compound lifts, tracking your workouts, and then don't do excessive cardio, maybe 10 to 30 minutes after a session. That's all. Nothing crazy. Nutrition, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, tracking your calories in MyFitnessPal, weighing your food on a weight scale. If you're not doing that, you're not gonna know how much you need to eat or how much you're eating every single day, right? 80% whole foods, 20% flexible, and then meal prepping at least twice a week. Because if you just go home after, say, a long night of work and you have no food in the fridge, you're just going to either order some random garbage from McDonald's or eat some random like instant ramen with no protein in your cupboard. Meal prep. All right, and then when it comes to lifestyle, 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, super, super important so that you don't feel fried. There are literally studies that show versus people who sleep 8 hours and 4 hours, the people who sleep only 4 hours lose less fat, or actually both studies lost the same amount of weight, but the group who slept 4 hours or 5 hours, they lost a lot more muscle, aka they look pretty crappy. And if you don't want to be losing muscle, you want to be keeping that muscle on. All right, so get your good sleep in, get your water in, and then before bed, reduce your stress, reduce your screen time, and you're going to get a better sleep. Okay, and you can also get access to this as well, but it's a 3-day gym plan to build muscle without getting fat. So upper body day, bench press, pull up, shoulder press. Notice that like the rep ranges are what I talked about earlier, right? The compounds are 6 to 8. Accessories, they're more, right? 10 to 12. Then we got lower body squats, RDLs, squats to hit the quads and the overall legs, RDLs to hit the hamstrings, Bulgarians to hit the overall legs as well as the glutes, hanging leg raises for abs, and then planks as well for the abs. Planks isn't the best exercise. I fit it in here because some people really enjoy it. But another exercise would be like the ab crunch machine, or like cable ab crunches where you're on your knees doing crunches towards the ground. And then full body and arms, we have deadlifts, chin ups, shoulder press, hamstring curls, and tricep rope extension. So if you do this workout, you are going to be packing on some good size, packing on your compounds, and you're not going to be in the gym for super, super long, right? Resting 60 to 90 to 2 minutes between sets and just focusing on the strength and not the pump. So that's what I got for you guys. Again, you can find the workout progression tracker where literally week 1, you put in, I did say 100 pounds for 3 sets of X reps, do that for all of them. And then week 2, you try to beat that previous number. That's progressive overload, and do that for, just track your compounds, right? Not every single one, just track your compounds to start off. All right, it's very simple. And then if you don't know how many calories to eat as well, I've also included this calculator by Precision Nutrition. I'm certified under them, but it's not like I get paid. I probably have to pay them I pay them to get certified, and I don't get any money from you guys using the calculator. It genuinely is a good calculator. And you can also use it to help you build a meal plan. So go ahead and use this calculator. It is great. Remember to follow these simple rules. And I've also included this bonus part because recovery is super key. All right, so go ahead and watch this video. It was for my clients, but I included it here where I deep dive into everything you need to do better, have better sleep. And that's that, right? And I've literally put this procedure on so many of my clients, right? Seb, who lost 12 pounds in 10 weeks, Isaac, who bulked up, they're 23 pounds in 16 weeks, Hendrik, who dropped 22 pounds in 10 weeks, and whatnot, right? The bar's never been lower, right? When it comes to being a man, right? A lot of men are doing nothing. They're stuck at work, and you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be better than the average person because your life is generally going to improve, right? So if you feel like I have helped you in any way with this guide and you feel like you want to know more and you want a personalized guidance to speed up your progress, then book a call with this link below and I'll personally hop on a call with you, give you a game plan to help you get shredded. Apart from that, thank you for watching. Peace.